Hello. Welcome to episode number 9 of Lost in Immersion, your weekly 45-minute stream about innovation. As VR and AR veterans, we will discuss the latest news of the immersive industry. So let's go. Fabien, if you want to start, please.
Thanks. So, what I want to talk about today is an experiment that I think is very innovative, but also very pertinent in terms of what could be applied to the future of AR glasses. So, the experiment is called If Seen Then That. It's a word play around if this then that, which is an automation tool, cloud service. And what it's an experiment done on the Snapchat spectacles. Um, and what they do is using a segmentation model. So a segmentation model is something that from a video can know what is in the video. So for example, here they know that there is a lamp in the field of view of the glasses. And then they have some actions that can be applied to the object that you are looking at. So you can um, uh, open a speaker, like change the volume of a speaker, or turn on or off a lamp. And so there was some rumors, and I know if it will be true or not, but that the Apple headsets might have this kind of feature in there as well. Um, but yeah, I think it's a very clever way of interacting between the world and the AR, and that makes really sense with glasses. Um, so uh, yeah, I think it's a very interesting stuff, and I'm curious to know what you think about this. I don't know, maybe Seb.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting way of using it. It makes sense to because right now it was already feasible with a phone in augmented reality, pointing at something and saying activate it, but it takes more time to take your phone from your pocket, open it, open the app, and look at the device you want to target uh, instead of going directly to the interrupter and pressing it. So being able to do it directly through glasses makes sense, I think, and simplify the interaction. Um, yeah, so I think that that's something that will come up with when the glasses are ready for market and for the broad audience, not only the industrial and yeah, company version.
Yeah, yeah, and something that I forgot to mention is that with the help of generative AI, that could be a way to automate the creation and the interaction. Like, for example, if you look with your glasses at a new device that you have at home, and the interaction is not there, then the AI could search for the plugin, download it automatically, and such like that. So um, yeah, like an automated features like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's clear. Because if you have to install something specific for each device, that start to be a real pain, and nobody
Yeah.
will use it. Mm.
Yeah. What about you, Guillaume?
Well, of course, this is very interesting. Um, the thing is, is this an initiative or just a proof of concept, or is it working already? Because I've seen someone posted a video of this kind of use in Oculus Quest Pro. At this time, I was guessing that it was completely staged when he was well, targeting his curtains and clicking and then seeing it go up and down and changing the tune on his Bluetooth speaker through Spotify. So I guess there are several people or initiatives going that way, which is great. I'm also guessing that Apple is on this way of thinking because we kind of have more and more information about this. I don't know if you heard that some technicians and journalists are starting to get their hands on the device. Apparently, people that were very not so a bit
Yes.
suspicious about the success of the headset a few weeks or months back are now very enthusiastic that the headset is reaching new level of interaction and I don't know if it's just advertisement or if it's real, but apparently we are seeing a switch of mind about this headset. So maybe this kind of usage is part of it because this is what we are lacking right now, meaning that we don't have a everyday cleaning app for AR devices. So this kind of application would bring the mainstream users to these kind of devices if at some point they are available to us and they are powerful enough. I guess so. Yeah, this is going the right way. The real question, I don't know if you have the answer, Fabian, is that at what level of uh, yeah, is this something that we are thinking about? Is this already working, or is this just a proof of concept or MVP presentation? Do you have this
Um,
info?
yeah, it seems like it's just an MVP.
Okay.
Um, but I think like the technology is there, especially as you were mentioning, like Meta released this week or last week a new segmentation model. So
Yeah.
this is like a AI model that is used to know what is inside a video, and it
Yeah.
seems to be like a very efficient model. So I think the technology is there. It's hopefully just a matter of integration and connection between the different elements. So yeah.
Okay. Very nice.
Maybe having smart object that has a common code or common access to it, because right now there's not a lot of device that allow these kind of things. Mm.
This is funny because we were talking about the IoT phenomenon that we saw that maybe 5 6 years ago when everything was about connected objects and smart objects, and we made the assumption that we are not talking about this anymore. So maybe because this is just completely integrated in our lives, but I guess that the new way, the new application that AI can bring us will bring this IoT dimension back on the front scene, especially if you are merging all these technologies and with the launch of the 5G in some country. I think we will see a new age of IoT technologies as well. I don't know if what you're thinking about this.
Um, yeah, yeah, I agree. Um, and I think that as I mentioned just before, I think the rise of AI will help having easier interconnection between elements. Um, um, so it's just a dream, but maybe you can, if you don't have the interface or if you don't have the plugin for such and such device, you can maybe ask the device to write the plugin for you.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah,
like we are seeing with Auto GPT that it
Yeah.
can go
Mm.
on the web
Mm.
on your web browser and download what he thinks is useful for you. Yeah, great. So, anything to add on this subject, Seb, or you can go on with your own topics if you want.
No, my topic was the Snap that is opening their new offering around augmented reality mirror and working already with Nike and different Coca-Cola or different company to bring that to the public. So it's a shift in their offering where they were only having an app and having a wide audience using their app. Now they are targeting directly the business and company to enable them to add some mirror with their technology, with their SDK, their AI SDK, to push that inside the shop. Uh, no, they talk about it and they show what they did for specific company, but right now they are not displaying what they are offering exactly. Is it a complete solution with a kiosk specific for try life shoe? Is it or clothes where you have a huge screen and a camera on the side and you can stand in front and see clothes on you? Or are they selling only the application and the ability to create this kind of application and then advice on how to make the hardware and how to make the kiosk for yourself? Um, but I think that's interesting that they shift and try to now market whatever they developed inside for the app, the mobile app, for yeah, for shop and for business. I don't know what is your thought about it.
Who do you
Yes,
want to start?
just to mention, I think there were like achieving the same level as the other in terms of quality of augmented reality experience they were able to deliver. And now with their new SDK, they start to be on top, like what they show with the live garment transfer. I don't know if you saw that, but the ability to take a picture of a product, a T-shirt, for example, and apply that directly to you
Mhm.
and see the clothes on the picture, but see it really fitting your arm, your body, and adjusting and fitting you. And also there are another tool that they mentioned about a fitting tool that allow you to find the right size for you of the product, which I found interesting that now they are at this level, they start to think about other way to sell augmented reality SDK to their client.
Okay,
So I don't know if Guillaume who wants to start.
I I can. Yeah.
let's go.
Okay, go ahead.
Um. Yeah. I agree. It's a very interesting move from Snapchat, um, because this kind of solution, like trying glasses or um, virtual try-on, has been there for quite a while, and a lot of players have tried to do that in retail. Um, and I don't know if I don't think there is a huge success of these experiences. So uh, the question is, will Snapchat success in their market? Do you are they thinking that the all the young generation that is using Snapchat every day will um, be driven to use these mirrors because it's Snapchat, or because there is also a real purpose and a real usage on these virtual try-ons. Um, and yeah, I think virtual try-on is good, and it's even better if there is a size recommendation, which is actually one of the hardest parts. Um, so if they also have that kind of tool, yeah. But I'm really curious to see if, as you said, what are they selling? Are they selling kiosks completely integrated, or is it like a software solution that someone can integrate on their own hardware?
Because
I'm
yeah,
really curious about that.
uh, uh,
Yeah.
just to bounce on what you said and add to what I said also. I think one part, and we because we did a lot of experience like that, and because we do a lot of kiosk, we know that the design of the kiosk itself it's important, very important for the user experience. If you place incorrectly the camera, if you place incorrectly the screen, then it's not usable for the user, and then nobody uses it. So I wonder really how they will sell that. If it's only the SDK, then maybe there will be a mixed feeling and some implementation that won't be right with the tool. Um, so we'll see. What about you, Guillaume?
Well, like I completely agree with what Fabian said, meaning that the retail and fashion AR experiments has been uh, tried on for for quite some years now, maybe 10 years, and it's still on the proof of concept
Hmm.
stage. At some point with the pandemic, I guess the glasses try-on, especially, were making a breakthrough, but right now it's still it's back to its proof of concept size. Um, I'm not sure. Well, when we are talking VR, AR, and stuff like this, fashion or retail always comes to mind very, very fast. But I don't think that the use cases are that useful, um, because this is a field where when you are buying clothes or especially expensive one, you'd like to touch the texture and see how the fabric is moving on you. So this is one thing that the physical part is we don't have that yet, of course. And on the fabric physics, I know that there are some works right now, especially with AI, again to make it work better, but we still have a lot of difficulties to make the fabric move the way it is really in real life. Um, the point that they are bringing to the table is that if you can, with success, find out the best size for you, of course, this could be the use case that people are waiting for. However, this is there is a huge step before getting there because you have to identify the the IMC of the person, his physical characteristics, which are very hard to find through a camera because everybody is shaped differently, and um, and make the parallel with the the piece of clothes itself because it has its own um, well 3D 3D shape
Mhm.
to make the both be sure that they are matching. It's really hard, and again I don't think we are there yet. Maybe I can help. I'm sure that some people are trying to make this happen, but yeah, I'm still very skeptical about the use of AR in retail and and fashion, especially if you want to go farther than just the technical demonstration and oh yeah, it's great, I can put my clothes on, but on a daily basis, and for your personal use, you're saying, yeah, well, no, well, it's good, it's cool, it's great to see the cloth on me, but I really need to touch it and to try it
Mm.
on to be sure that it's what I want. uh I know that some shops back in the days were saying that, well, never mind, you can order any number of clothes you want, and if it's not fitting, you can send them
Send it
back.
back.
Well, it's not on our philosophy anymore, I guess, with the our willing to reduce the yeah, to preserve our planet and be more ecological about our use, and especially with this kind of industry. um, yeah, so still skeptical about this. This still a fun way to well, I think it's a great initiative, but I don't know if it will be a win for Snapchat. But the what they are doing is still something good, especially maybe they have more information than us, again, about the AR Apple glasses at some point, and maybe they are preparing what's it's coming up. If they are a main adoption of these glasses, maybe they are already working on fashion and app application. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
think as well they had maybe I'm wrong, so don't quote me on that, but I think they have a loss of revenue because of the ads, like the ad revenue on Snapchat is going down. So they were also like trying to find other sources of revenues.
Okay, so it's a force initiative. It's
Yeah, I
maybe
will.
survival, not yet, but yeah, it could be a survival initiative to bring on some other revenue. Okay.
Mm.
I think something you mentioned also, Guillaume, was interesting. Is the fact that even though you have the fitting and the size and the MC of the user, you don't know how they like to wear their clothes. If they want to have large t-shirt or
Yeah,
tight
exactly.
t-shirt, it really depends on how you like to your clothes to fit. And but putting this kind of kiosk inside the shop is different than having an app and trying something at your place. You can still, after trying a couple of things quickly on the kiosk, you can still go and pick up the clothes you selected and try it
So
and feel
what
the
the
fabric
advantages of doing that? If you
fit.
can just take the clothes and put them on just like 2 minutes away.
Well, avoid having like 10 or 20 clothes to bring inside inside the, the place where you try them inside the shop. Um, to yeah to only take one and go back with it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Right, what one way of doing this is it was about customization. I think this is a good way. I think this is Nike that you could customize your shoes in AR or in video mapping.
Mhm.
And if the result, yeah, meaning that if you are customizing your shoes in AR, and like maybe 20 minutes later you can have your shoes customized as you visualized
That's
in
the
AR,
use
I
case.
guess this is a use case. But if you are just customizing your shoes, and then okay, you can have your shoes in 6 months because it's a special order. Well, I could have done that on my website with the configurator instead of doing this in the shop. So we are the idea is there, but we are lacking the execution.
Hmm.
And we all know that bringing a pair of customized shoes in 30 minutes is not something I've heard of. Or just something painting, if you're painting your shoes just in the but yeah, no. For the t-shirts part, I guess this is it was Uniqlo. No, you could customize your t-shirts, and they were printing them just near you, and you could have the design you wanted. So again, this could be a use case there. but it's very marginal. No, yes.
Yes, yes.
I don't know.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, customization. Yeah, but I kind of agree with Seb actually. Like, if I can, like in 30 seconds, I can slide on the smart mirror. I can slide between like 10 styles. Okay, this is what. No, no, no. Yes.
mm.
I kind of think it's a nice use case. Yeah.
That's more my point, yeah, because
Yeah.
I I know some people like to do each t-shirt and check all the design, and for me it's a huge waste of time. I don't find the right side. I don't find the one that I have in the shop, or I like one design, but I can't find the site because I don't have it anymore. If there is a kiosk that has this information and know what is actually inside the shop, what I can get,
Oh yeah. Okay.
that's
Yeah, that
totally
way. Yeah, yeah.
interesting because I can only try what fits me approximately, and only try some association of clauses that works together, and that
Yeah, it
are
could bring
available
you
in shop.
out of your comfort zone as well,
Yeah.
by testing something that you won't
Mm.
you are not thinking about in the
Like
first
the
place.
pink shirt. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. I
Okay.
hope that Snapchat thought about synchronization with the shop inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not the easiest part as well, because we know that the inventory is not always in real time.
Mm.
So yeah. Okay. So if you don't have anything to add, I will share my topic. So this is yours and this is mine. So what I want to share with you today is something that I discovered completely by pure luck. I was browsing LinkedIn, and at some point I've seen a post announcing that this company Metavisi is creating an HoloLens light clone or whatever. So I checked that out, and I found out that sorry, this company is apparently a lenses company at first, and they are creating a whole bunch of different VR and AR devices. So this is a main page, but if we are going to the project one, we can see that they have a whole range of VR and AR devices. Like this one, you can see that they have the 3.6 stuff and so on. And what I found out very funny is that they are doing like uh, Dragon Ball Z or Google Glass, like which is which seems to have a bigger screen, and it's especially made for technical workers, and they have their VR headset as well. And the specs are not so bad, and I'm very surprised to see that, and just show you the post right there, if you can see. But they are showing HoloLens like optical see-through devices, and they are announcing that it will be launched in a few weeks, and they have a 4K resolution per eyes. So I don't know if it's something real. For all those years, I've never heard about this, and yeah, this is very strange, very funny, and I don't know what you think about this. Did you hear about this company, or it's just coming out of nowhere? What do you think?
Same as you, I saw the LinkedIn post, I think this morning or yesterday night, and I felt the same. I felt, wow, what is this new device we never heard about before?
Yeah,
Uh,
they're talking about
mm,
2016, so
but
this is a very old company.
It's a Chinese company, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Were they only doing providing the device for the Chinese market? Maybe.
I really don't know. Because if this is working at their, so you can see the timeline of their devices. So they are very very prolific, and yeah, it's I'm very curious to get my hands on one of these because apparently they have working devices. And you can see they started in 2016 when we have this AR frenzy, and apparently they could just simply continued their way of evolution toward 2022 and 2023 right now, and they are still iterating on new products.
If it's pancake optical solution, it's not see-through. It's pass-through.
They have both. They have video pass-through and opticals, and this is very weird because those are very different technologies, and they are doing them all. So this is why I'm questioning myself if they are all real. And yeah, it's very interesting on one part and very curious on the other one that
Mm.
nobody never heard about this. But if they are specific to the Chinese market, maybe that is one answer. But still, they could have shown some products at CES or any kind of big event. So yeah, this
Are
is
they
the
able
mystery of today.
are they able to show off product if they are not compliant with the rules in the country they are trying to
uh,
sell it or show it off?
this is a very good question. But if they weren't allowed to do this, why would they post their new devices on LinkedIn?
Maybe that the first one
Uh,
they start to be
yeah,
compatible
maybe they
with the
just have the
rules.
authorization
Mm.
to export this device outside of the Chinese country. Maybe. Fabien, you're doing your research on your side because you're very very quiet on this.
Yeah, yeah, I'm very curious about that as well. Um, Especially, I think we talked about that last week, if I remember correctly. You guys were saying that often when a new headset comes, they focus on one point of the technology.
Hmm.
Um, and here it seems like they have it all, like the see-through and the pass-through, and so um, I'm I'm really curious as well. And on the use case, they only talk about medical use case. So I don't know if maybe this is their focus. They want to focus in the industrial and medical usage, but yeah, very
So this
interesting
was,
fact. Yeah.
yeah. I think we'll have to dig this a bit further. But yeah, I found that this like yesterday, and I thought this would be a great thing to share it with you. So maybe some more information on our future episodes. But yeah, this is very very surprising.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything more to add about the Apple AR or GPT like, or anything that you've heard in the past days? I think that the AI is really slowing down right now. I don't have much information coming up. Lots of journalists are starting to become very uh, like not aggressive, but a bit less enthusiastic about the AI world, and I can see that in the papers that there are a lot of warning messages telling people don't share too many information too much information, be very aware of what you're asking, and be very aware of the answer that are given by the AI, because it's not the truth. We know that an AI can lie or say completely yeah, not the real thing at all. And uh, and a lot of people are saying that right now the vast majority of users don't know what they are doing with this, and are not using it the way it should be.
Mm.
uh, so I don't know if you have this
Yeah.
same
Y-
journalistic point of view in France and Japan, but here in Canada we can see that there is a lot of warning.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. There is I don't know if it's a down or if it's stabilization and rationalization of usage. Um, Japan last week, I think, just created a government entity to look at what AI is, I mean, generative AI is, and how to use it correctly. And yeah, um, I think Seb, you mentioned a few weeks back that AI will be one of the usage of AI will be private AI, something that is tuned to that is not in the cloud, that is tuned to the company or to you. And for example, Stable AI, the creator of Stable Diffusion, released Stable. I forgot the name. Sorry, Stable ML maybe. Like they released the large language model
Yeah.
uh, for free. Um, so something that can be downloaded. So yeah, in, I think we are seeing the switch to more uh, rationalization of the usage.
And do you
Yeah,
think that, like, sorry, just to add there, I know right there in Canada and Quebec, especially, that the government are very focusing on the AI. So at some point, I'm asking myself, maybe we are living a self-regulation, meaning that maybe
mm,
like providers like Twitter or LinkedIn or whatever are just putting things a bit down, and less highlighting this kind of post to make people calm down about these technologies. And I don't know if it's possible, but yeah, maybe it's natural, or maybe there are some tools helping us doing this. Yeah, calm down, everyone. Don't blow the earth yet, and just try to work with these tools quite calmly. Yes, Seb,
yeah,
was
yeah.
trying
I
to.
think something that people did not realize at the beginning, and it was not advertised, is that the language model is still learning from what you type and what you are giving
Yeah,
as information, and that's what now people realize, that their data that they send are not secure. So that's where there is a shift, and we can see that inside the company. We are working on a couple of projects around intelligent artificial for, and we make it private, but we can see some internet exchange, where they ask the whole company to not use everything that is public for AI, and don't, not send private information about the company on AI. So I think the learning curve is now there, and they are now thinking about using it, like you said, privately on their own website and on cloud server.
Yeah, and I saw today or yesterday that OpenAI released a new offering. I don't know the details, but where one can choose the privacy settings on the GPT stuff.
Mm.
So I thought it was kind of funny to like you can choose if the data will be used or not. Okay.
Mhm.
But anyway, so yeah, the trend is going in that direction. Yeah.
And there is one other thing I don't know. I know, yeah, I don't know if we talked about this last week or not, but yeah, the as a free user of Midjourney, right now I can't access the service anymore because it's completely overflown. And DALI has become completely you have to pay now to generate content as well. So by switching their use, yeah, the business use case, business use to the yeah, you just have to pay and now to experience this. I guess it's slowing down the usage as well. Um, so this is private business, so they have to make money.
Mhm.
So this is normal. But we still have this open sources initiative, but they are way harder to found for the main public to use as well. You have to install things or to log on. You should have a GitHub account and stuff like that. So of course, mm, yeah, the mainstream public won't have access to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything to add for this week, or we are all set up? We are okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
All good.
So we'll see next week with more exciting news. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and see you next week.
See you next
Thanks.
week.
Bye.
See you. Bye.